Deep beneath the relentless sands of the Middle East, buried under layers of limestone dust and 5,000 years of silence, something stirred. Something that whispered back from the past. King Solomon's tomb. For centuries, explorers hunted for this tomb like it was the ultimate prize, the holy grail of archaeology. And now it's been found. But why was it kept hidden for so long? Before this story slips back into silence, let's pull back the curtain and dive into exactly what was discovered in King Solomon's tomb. So grab your tea, settle in, and trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end. Who was King Solomon really? King Solomon is one of history's most mysterious and fascinating figures. He ruled ancient Israel during its golden age. Like a master craftsman weaving gold through fabric, Solomon wove wisdom and wealth into the very fabric of his kingdom. He was the son of the legendary King David and ascended to the throne at just 12 years old. His reign marked the height of Israel's power, stretching from the Euphrates River all the way to the edges of Egypt. But Solomon's true strength wasn't in military might. It was in his legendary wisdom. You've probably heard the famous story about his judgment between two mothers claiming the same baby. His clever solution? Offer to split the child in half. The real mother's horrified reaction revealed her identity. That's classic Solomon, understanding human nature like no other. Under Solomon's rule, Jerusalem blossomed into a dazzling metropolis. His crowning achievement? The First Temple. Built over 7 years, this temple was so magnificent it became one of the ancient world's wonders. Gold gleamed from every surface, precious stones sparkled, and cedar wood from Lebanon filled its halls. Solomon's reputation for wisdom attracted visitors from far-off lands. The Queen of Sheba's visit became legendary. She arrived with caravans full of gold, spices, and precious stones, all to test Solomon's knowledge. After meeting him, she declared his wisdom surpassed even the grand tales she'd heard. But Solomon wasn't just wise. He was also prolific. He is credited with writing 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs. The biblical books of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon all bear his name, though scholars still debate their exact origins. His famous copper mines in the Timna Valley reveal his sharp business sense. Archaeological evidence shows advanced mining operations that brought great wealth to his kingdom. Solomon's fleet sailed to the mysterious land of Ophir, returning with exotic goods and unmatched riches. However, Solomon's later years tell a more complicated story. His 700 wives and 300 concubines, many from foreign lands, introduced competing religions to Israel. The kingdom's resources were strained by his grand projects and lavish lifestyle. Despite these complexities, Solomon's influence echoes through millennia. His name became synonymous with wisdom, wealth, and even magical power in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions. The legendary Seal of Solomon, said to command supernatural forces, inspired countless myths. Recent archaeological discoveries have started to connect physical evidence to biblical accounts. Copper mines, massive buildings, and luxury items from his era back up descriptions of Solomon's wealth. Still, many parts of his life remain shrouded in mystery. As we peel back the layers of legend to find the historical Solomon, we face a fascinating paradox. A king whose wisdom brought him everything, yet who ultimately questioned the value of it all. His story is a timeless reminder that true wisdom often comes with understanding life's limitations. Speaking of understanding limitations, it's time we understand how modern archaeologists tackled their own challenges in finding Solomon's final resting place. The search for his tomb demanded both cutting-edge technology and old-fashioned persistence. Let's dive into how they finally found it. How did we finally find the tomb? Finding King Solomon's tomb was like searching for a needle in a desert-sized haystack. Dr. Emily Carter and her team ran into countless dead ends before their breakthrough came from an unexpected source: ancient tax records. These dusty scrolls showed patterns of tribute payments heading toward a previously overlooked region in the Jerusalem hills. Using satellite imaging, the team spotted unusual geometric formations that didn't fit the natural landscape. Their first attempt to dig hit bedrock, literally. The equipment broke against an unusually hard stone layer protecting something below. Dr. Hughes realized this wasn't natural limestone, but an engineered barrier meant to fool tomb raiders. Local legends spoke of a shepherd boy who once lost his goat down a narrow crevice. The story mentioned walls that sparkled like stars, catching Dr. Carter's attention because it matched historical descriptions of Solomon's architectural tastes. The breakthrough came during a torrential rainstorm that exposed a hidden entrance. Water flowed differently around a particular area, revealing a subtle depression in the ground. Ground-penetrating radar confirmed a vast network of tunnels beneath. The team discovered an ingenious ancient security system, false passages that collapsed if entered incorrectly. Dr. Carter's expertise in ancient Hebrew engineering helped them identify the true path. 3 months of careful excavation revealed a series of chambers. Each room tested the team's patience and skills. They faced unstable supports and ancient traps that still worked after millennia. The expedition almost ended when funding ran dry. But then, a small golden seal bearing Solomon's mark was discovered, convincing sponsors to continue. This find proved they were on the right track. The team documented everything meticulously, photographing every inch and creating 3D models before proceeding. Their careful approach paid off when they uncovered hidden symbols pointing to the main chamber. The biggest challenge was stabilizing the ancient structure. Modern engineering met ancient architecture as supports were installed to prevent collapse. They had to balance preserving the tomb with exploring it. Traditional archaeology wasn't enough. The team pioneered new techniques combining modern tech with historical knowledge. They used AI to analyze patterns in the tomb's layout that human eyes might miss. Deeper and deeper they went, the air thick with history. Every step brought them closer to a dream generations of archaeologists had chased. The tomb's defenses tested their worthiness as much as their skills. The final approach required solving architectural puzzles, each solution revealing another piece of Solomon's story. The team realized the tomb itself was a tribute to Solomon's legendary wisdom. Just when success seemed close, nature threw one last challenge. An earthquake threatened to seal the tomb forever. The team worked non-stop to stabilize the structure before moving forward. Like a mystery novel unfolding beneath the earth, each discovery led to new questions. As they prepared to open the final chamber, the team couldn't help but wonder, what secrets had Solomon taken with him to the grave? How archaeologists gained access after 5,000 years. The sealed entrance to King Solomon's tomb stood before Dr. Emily Carter and her team like an ancient puzzle box, waiting patiently to be solved. There was a heavy sense of reverence mixed with determination. One wrong move could shatter priceless history forever. Modern technology met ancient ingenuity as the archaeologists deployed ground-penetrating radar to map out the tomb's entrance mechanism. It was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Complex locking systems hidden beneath layers of stone. The radar revealed an intricate network of counterweights and secret chambers inside the massive stone door. The breakthrough came when Dr. Robert Hughes spotted peculiar wear patterns on the door's surface. These marks matched descriptions from ancient texts about Solomon's love for mathematical riddles and puzzles. The team discovered that the entrance worked like a giant combination lock, operated by a numerical sequence based on the ancient Hebrew calendar. Collaborating with local experts in ancient engineering, they reconstructed the door's opening sequence using 3D modeling technology. They identified 7 distinct pressure points on the door, each corresponding to a significant number in Solomon's life. Opening the tomb was no simple task. It took 3 painstaking days for the team to apply precise amounts of pressure to each point, working in shifts and documenting every microscopic movement of the stone. The tension in the air was thick. Every click echoed through the chamber like a heartbeat. On the final day, the team faced their biggest challenge. The last mechanism required the simultaneous activation of 3 points. One misstep could trigger a cascade of rocks designed to seal the tomb forever. Dr. Carter led this crucial phase, steady hands hiding the weight of history pressing down on her. The moment the ancient gears ground to life, the massive stone door began to move. Slowly at first, then with unstoppable momentum. After 5,000 years of darkness, shafts of light poured into the chamber. The air that escaped carried whispers of ancient secrets. Conservation experts rushed in immediately to stabilize the delicate environment inside. They monitored oxygen and humidity levels to prevent any damage to artifacts that had remained untouched for millennia. Special lighting was installed to minimize harm to ancient pigments and materials. But the opening revealed something unexpected. A second door, covered with inscriptions unlike anything archaeologists had seen before. The team now faced yet another puzzle, but they had a key, the knowledge gained from unlocking the first door. As news of this breakthrough spread, archaeologists worldwide recognized this as one of the most significant moments in modern archaeology. The methods used to crack the tomb's code promised to revolutionize how researchers approached other sealed ancient sites. Their success wasn't just about gaining physical access. It was about understanding the brilliant minds of the ancient builders. As Dr. Carter often said, "We didn't just break in. We learned to think like the builders." As the dust settled around the newly opened entrance, the team prepared for their first look inside. What treasures awaited them in the darkness beyond? The answer would soon change everything we thought we knew about ancient history. What did they see upon opening the tomb? The heavy stone door creaked open with the sound of an ancient whisper, releasing 5,000-year-old air into the modern world. Dr. Carter's flashlight beam cut through the darkness, revealing a sight that left the team utterly speechless. The tomb of King Solomon, untouched by time, stretched before them like a golden dream come true. The first chamber sparkled with an otherworldly glow. Thousands of tiny gold particles floated in the air, shimmering like stars caught in a soft breeze. The walls, unlike typical ancient tombs, were in pristine condition, covered in vibrant murals depicting Solomon's legendary wisdom. The team stood frozen, their modern equipment starkly contrasting with the ancient splendor surrounding them. A massive golden throne dominated the center of the chamber, its armrests carved into roaring lions. The seat cushion, remarkably preserved, still held the impression of its last occupant. Precious gems studded the throne's surface, forming patterns that seemed to move and shift in the flickering light. Dr. Hughes noted how this perfectly matched biblical descriptions of Solomon's throne, with its 6 steps and 12 lions. The air felt thick with history, as the team discovered ceremonial objects scattered throughout the chamber. 7-branched menorahs stood at regular intervals, their gold surfaces untarnished after millennia. Incense burners, still containing ancient resins, sat ready as if waiting for the next royal ceremony. Most striking were the personal effects. Solomon's royal seal ring lay on a small table, its surface engraved with the Star of David. Nearby, scrolls written in ancient Hebrew promised to reveal untold stories of the king's reign. Delicate glass vials contained what appeared to be anointing oils, their fragrances somehow preserved through centuries. In one corner, the team found something unexpected. A small private chamber filled with writing materials. This suggested Solomon spent time here in quiet contemplation, perhaps composing some of his famous proverbs. The wooden writing desk, protected from decay by the tomb's perfect conditions, still held reed pens and inkwells. The archaeological team documented every detail meticulously, knowing each artifact could rewrite history. They even found evidence of trade with distant lands, Chinese silk fragments, African ivory carvings, and Indian spices sealed in containers. These confirmed Solomon's vast trading network and far-reaching influence. But the most enigmatic discovery awaited in a shadowy alcove, a locked chest covered in mysterious symbols. Unlike anything previously seen in archaeological records, this chest seemed to pulse with its own energy. Dr. Carter suspected it held Solomon's most precious possessions, but opening it would require careful study of the complex locking mechanism. As the team prepared for detailed analysis, they couldn't shake the feeling that they had barely scratched the surface. The first chamber alone contained enough artifacts to fill museums, yet doorways leading deeper into the tomb promised even greater discoveries. The question wasn't just what they'd found. It was what these treasures might reveal about Solomon's legendary wealth. Are the legends of Solomon's wealth true? Standing amid walls glittering with gold, the archaeological team was awestruck. The tales of King Solomon's riches were not mere legends. They were massive understatements. The tomb contained wealth beyond imagination, making modern vaults look like piggy banks. Golden artifacts lined the walls in neat rows, each telling its own story of ancient craftsmanship and artistry. The centerpiece was Solomon's legendary throne, made of pure gold and ivory. It featured 6 steps with 12 golden lions standing guard, each lion representing one of the 12 tribes of Israel. The throne's armrests were intricately carved with scenes from Solomon's famous judgments. Dr. Carter's hands trembled as she examined a collection of solid gold vessels. These sacred containers, used in Solomon's temple, bore inscriptions in ancient Hebrew detailing their purpose and the ceremonies they served. The team uncovered evidence of Solomon's trading empire: peacock feathers from India, ivory from Africa, silk from China, all found inside chests brimming with treasures. Among the most stunning finds were precious stones, emeralds the size of eggs, rubies glowing like fire, and diamonds that sparkled so brightly they almost blinded the team. One gem stood out, a mysterious blue stone scholars believe might be the famous shamir, described in ancient texts as possessing supernatural powers. The wealth wasn't limited to gold and jewels. The tomb also held perfectly preserved scrolls written in Solomon's own hand. These documents detailed business transactions, diplomatic relationships, and, most importantly, wisdom teachings not found in the Bible. In one corner, a collection of ancient musical instruments amazed the team. Included was a 10-stringed harp, said to be played by Solomon himself, still intact after 5 millennia. The craftsmanship suggested these instruments were not only musical, but also art, created for royal ceremonies. The archaeological team estimated the tomb's contents could be worth billions in today's market, but their historical and cultural value far surpassed any monetary worth. Each artifact offered unprecedented insights into ancient Israeli royal life and commerce. Modern analysis revealed fascinating details about the gold's composition. It perfectly matched records from mines in Ophir, proving Solomon's famous gold expeditions were real. The purity levels were so high they exceeded modern refining capabilities. Among all the riches, one simple clay tablet caught everyone's attention. It contained Solomon's personal reflections on wealth, echoing his words in Ecclesiastes. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money. Even surrounded by unimaginable riches, the wise king understood true value lay elsewhere. As the team prepared to explore deeper chambers, they wondered what other secrets the tomb's treasures might reveal. The next chamber promised even more fascinating discoveries that could reshape our understanding of biblical history. Mysterious artifacts discovered inside. The team's excitement grew as they uncovered a remarkable array of mysterious artifacts inside Solomon's tomb. Like pieces of a giant ancient puzzle, each discovery added new depth to the picture of this legendary king's life and reign. One of the first artifacts to catch their eye was a golden scepter inlaid with deep blue lapis lazuli. The craftsmanship was stunning, so precise it would challenge even modern artisans. Dr. Carter noted how the intricate patterns on the scepter matched descriptions found in ancient Hebrew texts. Next, the archaeologists uncovered a collection of scrolls sealed inside copper cylinders. Thanks to the tomb's near-perfect preservation conditions, these documents remained incredibly intact. Early translations revealed previously unknown wisdom writings attributed to Solomon himself, offering fresh insight into his thoughts and philosophies. Among the most puzzling finds was a mechanical bronze device covered in interlocking gears and dials, all inscribed with ancient Hebrew markings. Experts suggested it could be an early astronomical calculator used to track celestial movements, evidence that Solomon's kingdom might have had advanced scientific knowledge centuries ahead of its time. The discovery of Solomon's personal seal ring sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. The ring bore the six-pointed star design, matching historical accounts perfectly. Testing confirmed the gold dated precisely to Solomon's era. A crystal orb filled with a strange, unknown liquid also fascinated researchers. When light hit it just right, the orb projected mesmerizing patterns on the tomb walls. Scientists are still analyzing its chemical makeup, but some speculate it may have had ritual or symbolic significance. The team found ceremonial robes woven with gold thread and studded with precious stones. Textile experts were stunned by their preservation quality, stating that such craftsmanship shouldn't have been possible in that era. Along one chamber wall, a collection of exotic spices and perfumes was stored in alabaster jars. These aromatic treasures originated from trade routes, stretching from Africa to India. Some of the spices came from extinct plant species unknown to modern botany, providing clues about ancient ecosystems. Perhaps most fascinating were a series of coded tablets describing advanced mathematical concepts. The numerical systems suggested Solomon's kingdom possessed scientific knowledge far beyond what historians had previously imagined possible. Hidden compartments revealed diplomatic letters exchanged with ancient kingdoms like Egypt and Phoenicia. These correspondences shed new light on the complex political alliances and trade networks of the biblical era. Musical instruments unlike any ever seen before were also uncovered. Their unique designs hinted at sophisticated acoustic engineering that predated similar developments by centuries. The discovery of these instruments opened the door to understanding the sounds of Solomon's court, long lost to time. One particularly mysterious find was a black box covered in warnings and seals. Careful analysis revealed it contained detailed maps of underground tunnels beneath Jerusalem's Temple Mount, information that could reshape our knowledge of the city's ancient layout. Each artifact challenged existing theories about ancient technological capabilities, suggesting Solomon's reign was far more advanced than previously thought. As word spread, experts from all fields rushed to study the tomb's treasures. Every item seemed to unlock new questions about humanity's past achievements. The tomb continues to reveal its secrets through ongoing research, offering a rare window into one of history's most enigmatic rulers. What do the inscriptions reveal about ancient times? The ancient walls of Solomon's tomb spoke volumes beyond decorative art. Dr. Carter traced her fingers along intricate Hebrew inscriptions, feeling as if the past was whispering its secrets directly to her. The most striking discovery was on the eastern wall, a previously unknown prayer revealing Solomon's private reflections on leadership. "May wisdom guide my hand as stars guide sailors." This poetic metaphor offered a rare glimpse into the king's personal struggles with power. Above, the ceiling bore detailed astronomical charts perfectly matching star positions from 3,000 years ago. These celestial maps showed the Israelites possessed far more advanced scientific knowledge than historians had believed. They included precise calculations for seasonal changes and lunar cycles, revealing an impressive understanding of astronomy. Hidden behind a false panel, the team found diplomatic correspondence exposing complex political relationships. Trade agreements with Egypt, Phoenicia, and distant lands confirmed Solomon's influence extended far beyond biblical tales. The Western Wall held medical knowledge, descriptions of healing practices combining practical remedies with spiritual guidance. One inscription described the use of honey for wound treatment, a method modern science has confirmed as effective. These medical texts could revolutionize how we understand ancient healthcare. Several inscriptions mentioned the mysterious Queen of Sheba, confirming her existence beyond religious texts. The writings portrayed her not just as a visitor, but as a powerful ally who shared advanced knowledge about agriculture and water management. The most puzzling messages appeared coded, requiring weeks of deciphering by Dr. Hughes. These encrypted texts revealed secret building techniques used in constructing the first temple, possibly explaining how such architectural precision was achieved without modern tools. Near the burial chamber, craftsmen left personal marks, notes expressing pride and love for their work. One message read, "For our wise king, we built this with love." These intimate touches humanized the grand scope of the project. The inscriptions also contained warnings. Several texts predicted catastrophic events if the tomb's sanctity was violated. While some joked about curses, others believed these warnings helped preserve the tomb for millennia. Musical notations carved into the northern wall surprised everyone. These ancient scores may allow historians to recreate the sounds of Solomon's court, bridging a 3,000-year gap in musical history. Experts are currently working to interpret these mysterious melodies. The volume and diversity of writings suggested Solomon's tomb was more than a burial site. It functioned as a vast library, preserving knowledge for future generations. Each wall was like a chapter in a stone book, covering subjects from astronomy to medicine, diplomacy to architecture. As researchers continue analyzing these inscriptions, more secrets emerge daily. They provide an unprecedented window into ancient Israeli society, revealing a civilization that valued knowledge, art, and scientific advancement. What does this discovery mean for modern history? The discovery of King Solomon's tomb is a bridge across time, connecting us to an ancient world of wisdom and power. This find has sent shockwaves through academia, challenging everything we thought we knew about biblical archaeology. Solomon moves from legend to flesh and blood reality, supported by physical evidence matching historical records, including diplomatic seals confirming trade with the Queen of Sheba. These artifacts reveal a sophisticated international network rivaling today's global economy. The tomb's architectural mastery reveals advanced engineering techniques that shouldn't have existed 3,000 years ago. Precise geometric patterns and complex locking mechanisms suggest knowledge lost to time. Like pieces of a puzzle falling into place, these findings force historians to rewrite chapters of human achievement. Modern technology continues to uncover hidden chambers, each discovery adding new pieces to the historical puzzle. The tomb's preservation methods challenge previous ideas about embalming, rivaling Egyptian mummification techniques and hinting at cultural exchanges between ancient powers. This knowledge could influence modern conservation techniques. Climate data extracted from the tomb's materials gives valuable insight into environmental conditions 3,000 years ago, helping scientists understand historical climate change and its impact on civilization. The past literally speaks to us about our future. Perhaps most importantly, this discovery proves many ancient myths hold more truth than we imagined. Like a lighthouse piercing fog, it lights the way to understanding our shared human heritage and challenges us to wonder what else remains hidden. The implications ripple through every field, from archaeology to theology, engineering to environmental science. As we keep studying this remarkable find, one thing is clear: our understanding of ancient civilization will never be the same. Dr. Carter's team has identified over 300 unique artifacts, each telling its own story. The most significant are tablets containing Solomon's personal writings, not just royal decrees, but intimate thoughts on leadership, justice, and human nature. For Dr. Carter, this discovery is deeply personal. "When I started this project, people called it a fool's errand," she says with a knowing smile. "Now we're rewriting history books." Her persistence paid off in ways she never imagined, much like Solomon's legendary wisdom proving its worth across time. The findings stretch far beyond archaeology. The tomb's construction methods could influence modern architecture. Preserved organic materials might hold secrets about ancient medicine. Metallurgical analysis challenges our understanding of Bronze Age technology. What excites her most is what's still unknown. "Every answer leads to 10 new questions," she says, pointing to a wall of excavation photos. "This tomb isn't just about the past, it's about our future understanding of human civilization." Dr. Carter's team continues documenting every detail with state-of-the-art technology. Their work will fill academic journals for years, but she insists this discovery belongs to everyone. "History isn't just for historians," she states firmly. "It's our shared human story." As the sun sets over the excavation site, Dr. Carter's enthusiasm remains undimmed. Like Solomon's wisdom, some things are truly timeless. Her final words echo with possibility. "We've only scratched the surface of what this tomb can teach us." So imagine for a moment, if you uncovered a treasure like this, a magnificent piece of history, what would you do? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing discoveries. Thanks for watching.